Hey guys, EXP here, and today we'll be reviewing Destiny, and wow, this game is catching a lot of heat from people for a few different reasons, but let's hop into it right away so you guys can see my opinion. As always, we will be breaking this down into 6 different parts: gameplay, graphics, sound, innovation, lifespan, and a final score at the end with some final thoughts. So let's start with gameplay. This is probably the most solid part of this game. Gameplay is fast, smooth, and just a lot of fun whether you're facing off against huge ogres or playing with friends in the Crucible is just a lot of fun to play. There are also quite a few different things to do, like bounties that reset daily, daily missions, weekly heroic strikes, nightfall mission, raid, and a lot more. These are also all separate on each character you make, so if you want to play all 3 classes and want to keep up with everything, you are going to have quite a bit to do on each day. Now the 3 classes are Titan, Warlock, and Hunter, and they are all really balanced out where one is not clearly better than the other, but classes also don't really matter that much because it is so balanced, and choosing class doesn't really affect anything other than how you will look, so that is kind of boring. Now the storyline of this game is actually really hard to follow, as they don't really give you any kind of background to what is going on and just kind of throw you into missions and tell you to kill stuff or defend your ghost. And if you want to know more about the story, the only way to do it is to go onto Bungie.net and read these little cards you collect. That is just ridiculous. So now on to graphics. The graphics in this are also pretty great, no complaints at all. In fact, I would have to say this is one of the best looking games to come out in a very long time. In fact, the only complaint that I would have is sometimes you get stuck in a really long loading screen for what seems like no reason, so I'm not sure if that has anything to do with it, but I thought I would just throw that out there. I really do love how this game looks. The bosses look epic, the gear looks great, guns are really cool, but I just want more of it all. I want to be able to choose between sets of armor that might have the same stats but just look different. I want to mix and match my own colors and become unique. And also, why can I not wear my helmet in the tower? I worked so hard to get an exotic, awesome looking helmet, I can't even show it off in the social area. But that's all I have to say about that. So let's move on to sound. The music is actually pretty average. Before this game came out, I was really excited thinking about the music in Halo and how epic it was going to be. And then it came out and I was like, what happened? Halo is probably my favorite soundtrack to any series of video games, so I was actually surprised that I didn't like it. I'm not saying that it's bad music, but compared to Halo, it falls really short. However, the rest of the sounds are really cool. Each gun has a unique sound, especially exotic guns, and I think that is really cool and missing from a lot of games. So now on to innovation. So what is new and completely unique about this game? I think that this is really where this game succeeds. No other FPS game has really come out like this, and I think that that is really cool and different. As far as my gaming knowledge goes, this is the only game to have this much customization to armor, weapons, and everything else since like Borderlands, and it just does it in a much cooler multiplayer way. So now for lifespan. So how long is this game going to last you before you get really bored of it and need a new game? Well, unfortunately, this is probably its weakest category. This game's story mode will only last you about a day or 2 of playing, and then you have to grind out 5 different strike missions or play the multiplayer to hit the max level, which is 20. But then you also have these 10 more levels which are gained by getting light, which comes from better armor, so then the rest of the time you were just trying to get the best armor so you can become level 30, and this is where it gets really boring. The game has 5 strike missions and 1 raid, which is all the endgame content other than multiplayer. So what this means is that you can run the raid 1 time per week, and then the rest of the time you're running the same 5 strike missions over and over and over, and it's just incredibly boring. Now with the DLC, I think that this game would be a lot better and more fun since they're adding so much more, but unfortunately I cannot judge the game for upcoming DLC that is not here yet. So here it is, the score I'm going to be giving Destiny is a 7 out of 10. I think I might come back and revisit this review back when the DLC comes out and let you guys know what I think of it then, or make some kind of video on it. I think that this is a really good base game, but it feels incomplete and just doesn't have enough content without the DLC. But let me know what you guys thought of the review. If you've played it, let me know if you guys disagree or agree with my opinions. And if you want to see my walkthrough or anything else from the game, make sure to check out the playlist by clicking the link in the description or by clicking on the annotation on the screen. And I will see you guys in my next video.